All right, so this is my first YouTube video. I basically am starting it off with a DNA ancestry test, and got it. Gonna be taking it, and whatever. That's it. That's it for today. Bye. Okay. I sent my sample in, but they ended up sending me an email and another kit because apparently I sent the wrong fluid. They should have definitely been able to use this fluid. This fluid's better than what they're asking for. They're asking for saliva. I gave them 10 times better than that. But probably should have read the instructions. All right, so I mailed that kit in, April 19th, and it's April 25th. I think this is gonna kill me, But Jesus, I'm just waiting. It's just waiting now. So my sample was received on April 26th. It is now May 12th, and it still has not begun processing. It's May 17th, and the sample's being processed. It's any day now. We're gonna find out. I've been doing lots of research. I don't even know where I kept the papers or anything. I'm building a family tree. My father was already able to leave me with pretty good information on his side of things. It's really not a mystery. 50% in. The mystery is the other side, the Dominican side. I was born in Dominican Republic, and I want to find out how much Taino I got. I want to know how much European, how much African, and that's really gonna be the big surprise. Some of the research I've done, I was able to find my mother's father's side of the family, the Polanco family. Pretty deep roots in Dominican Republic. She happened to think that they were pretty deep roots from Spain, which there is, but there's just a lot of Hispanization, a lot of people changing their name to Spanish names. Also, the conquistadors, they were basically just breeding with people on the island and raising the offspring to be more conquistadors to make sure they kind of purify the island and really turned it into a Spanish province. My mother's side, we're able to track it down pretty well to pretty much direct slave descendants in terms of one man. So we have my mother, and then her mother is Juana, and then her mother is Teofela. Now Teofela came from Spain directly. We're just gonna say she's 100% European. She married Blas Santos, who my mother describes as had to be 100% African. They're the nicest people you've ever met. They got married, they had kids, my grandmother being one of them, Juana, who was basically, by the way my mother describes it, should be a perfect 50-50 mulatto, because her mother was 100% European and her father was 100% African, Blas Santos, also changing his name for Hispanization. So that would make my grandmother on my mother's side a mulatto, 50% white, 50% black, and then also my mother's father, who is kind of a mystery, who I take after a lot too. My height, I'm about 6'3", 6'4". My hairs, I grade the exact same pattern. My texture is just like his. My skin color is pretty much just like his as well. My facial expression is just like his. So I can kind of see a lot of me in him. I want to find out how much Spaniard, how much black, how much Taino there was in him. Well, you really can't. You just kind of find out how much in me. And then after me, probably do my brothers and sisters, but just to find out. There's been a lot of information that I've uncovered. There was also a Middle Eastern migration into the Dominican Republic by Lebanon, and they would come and they would invest in the lands. As a matter of fact, the president of the Dominican Republic, that's an Arabic name. So, Dominican Republic is well mixed down community. We have influence from all over the world. There were several Indian doctors, as you well know. My father was an Indian doctor in the Dominican Republic, so I am a mixed Dominican. Someone with two Dominican parents would most likely just have mostly just European, African, and Native American. All right, so I just got the notification. The DNA results are officially being analyzed based on other YouTube videos I've seen. This is pretty much just a matter of a couple days now, you know, maybe even tomorrow, who knows. But yeah, I'm excited. You know, I really, you know, just to recap, I'm expecting 50% Indian, 20% white, 20% black, and 10% Taino. But, you know, they'll get it twisted. I will not be surprised if I see Middle Eastern in there. You know, based off all the research I'm doing, there's just so much influence in the Dominican Republic. The whole mystery of my grandfather, of what, you know, is in his blood or where he's from. You know, this is going to be a pretty good eye-opener. But yeah, definitely expecting some white. I mean, I've definitely been told that I got some white features. Definitely expecting some black. I mean, only around 1% of guys on this planet can dunk, and I'm one of them. So it would be highly improbable, you know, take away all my black, which one of, you know, my other backgrounds are really helping that ability right there. Don't know. And not to mention, I got the a really long Achilles. You know, that's not a European thing. So, you know, based off just that, that's what I'm expecting. I mean, I know, I also read somewhere that boys actually receive 51 to 53% of their DNA from their mother, whereas girls receive 50-50. You know, 50% from the mother, 50% from the father. So boys are a little bit more their mother than they are their father. So we'll see how that works out, but we're pretty much here. All right, so stay tuned. All right, so I woke up to the best news ever. We got the results. We got them. And we are gonna check them right now. Jeez, I got so many gray hairs, I look like a damn Targaryen. All right, so we're pretty much just gonna dive in here. We've been waiting forever, literally. I feel like I'm already 50 years old. I happened to click on the traits. Still haven't seen which countries it is, although we can kind of expect which ones. But I just want to take a look at some of these traits real quick, really super quick. So it looks like alcohol flush. Your face probably doesn't turn red after drinking alcohol. That's true. Bitter sensitive, as your DNA tells us, you're probably not sensitive to certain bitter tastes. That is true. From your DNA, it looks like you probably have dark eyes. Yes, I have very dark eyes. This is true. Facial hair thickness, it says your DNA suggests you or your close male relatives have less thick facial hair. Yes, that is also true. We do have less thick facial hair. I mean, I can grow a beard, we can grow a beard, but it doesn't come out like, you know, bam. Hair color, it looks like you've got the DNA for darker hair. I do. Hair type, it says the DNA we tested suggests your hair is naturally wavy. Yeah, it's pretty much bristly when it's really low, but if I let it grow out, I can kind of get like pretty much like a little fro. Lactose intolerance, I don't like milk. So it says we think you might have trouble with dairy. Yeah, I like the taste of it. I like using it if I could handle it as much. Male hair loss, you usually get your balding genetics from your mother's father. My mother's father was really old with a full head of hair. Yep, this suggests that I have a low chance of hair loss. Skin pigmentation, it says I have a light to medium skin tone. You guys are correct again. They were correct on all this. This is really interesting. It says your DNA tells us you have the sprinter gene. Okay, I like that. Yeah, it's pretty much obvious though, considering if you could dunk off vert, that's something that usually is associated with having the sprinter gene. But sweet sensitivity. The DNA tested suggests you're probably less sensitive to sweets. I'm not sure what that means. It's like, does that mean my body reacts a little bit less than other people's bodies reacts to sweets? Like, I'm not too sure. All right, now the moment we've all been waiting for. I finally get to see how much Taino I am. If I even have Taino, please God. You know, I really want at least 10%, but you know, just getting any percentage would be happy. It would make me happy at least a little bit, just to keep it alive. You know, they're extinct. I want to keep those genes alive at least a little bit. Now we're about to look at the countries, the percentages, but before we do, based off of everything I've said in this video, if you know me, based off of how you know me, or you know, just comment what you think my percentages are. You know, I've always said I'm 50% Indian, which would be obvious. All of you should be picking 50% Indian. And then the rest is really the mystery, right? So I just put it at 20, 20, 10, 20% black, 20% white, 10% Taino. What do you think? All right, so I hope you made your bets. If you're with somebody, hopefully you bet at least $1 on who gets the closest percentage correctly. So here is DNA story. Yeah, I'm all over the world. Now the obvious is India. That's highlighted all over India. I got Dominican Republic highlighted, so that means I gotta be at least a little taíno, at least 1%. That's good news. And I got a lot of Europe highlighted. And in terms of square footage, Africa dominates the square footage of this map. Like, Africa is the largest amount highlighted. So this is interesting. That is interesting. This is good. Anybody who needs the DNA test, just, if you're interested in knowing, this actually is a very cool feeling, you know, seeing all this finally. So I'm just gonna go one by one here. All right, so the first one at the very top, the highest percentage, Northern India.
You've got the North in you. The real North.
If you don't know where that's from, then I can't help you. That is my biggest percentage, Northern Indian, 28% expected. And then after that, it's Southern Indian. That's really nice. And I like the reveal. It's like the expected part is taken out of the way first, because I'm like scrolling down. And, you know, it would have been crazy to kind of see the other ones first, because that would kind of ruin it. So that puts me at 51% Asian. And when I identify myself, I always identify with Asian, Hispanic, and Black. If I had to just choose one, it'd probably be Hispanic, considering I speak Spanish. I was born in Dominican Republic. I grew up with my mother, who's a pure Dominican, but I identify with all three. I mean, my intellect, I definitely identify with Indians. I mean, I'm learning 7 languages, or I'm learning 6 languages. And then I'm pretty much just always been good at math, always been good at science. I'm a math teacher, so this Indian influence, it's just, you know, it's like, you know, you have it, you know it's there, but seeing it on DNA Ancestry, it's just a different feeling, you know? You kind of get it solidified in you, like, this is you, boom, 50% Indian. So now for the actual mystery part. The next largest, looks like this is done by country, is Spain at only 12%. All right, so we're gonna put that under Europe, of course. So Spain is 12%. You know, and that makes a lot of sense. You know, we got direct Spanish ancestry. It is known that Spaniards like to eat late at night. I like to eat late at night. I don't know, it's just my biological time clock like that. So yeah, you know, that's really interesting just to see it like that, 12% from Spain. After Spain, the next largest is Cameroon, Congo, and Western Bantu peoples. That is really cool too. That's at 10%. So remember, genealogists say anything over 10% is significant. So just based off countries alone, you know, I am significantly Indian, Spaniard, and Cameroon, Congo, and Western Bantus people. But I like to just go throughout the entire continent, you know, because these percentages add up, and, you know, I'm 100% me, so I need to get 100% of the story here. So far, 12% white, 10% black, or 12% European, 10% African. So the next one is Portugal. Bom dia, tudo bem, let's go. I knew it. I had to have a little Portuguese in me, because I'm learning Portuguese, man, and I speak it so easily. It's really just getting introduced to new vocabulary at this point. So far, I'm 16% European, 10% African. After Portugal, it's Mali, back to Western Africa. And based on the map we saw early, all these countries are Western African. So 4% Mali. After Mali, it's 4% Senegal. Okay, I heard they're very tall in Senegal as well. So that would make good sense as to where I may have gotten some of my high genes. And after that, it's Benin and Togo. So we are really racking up the percentages for Africa here. That's 3%. So far, Africa, it's got me at 21%. And we still got more to go. Oh, the next one, Indigenous Haiti and Dominican Republic. %. It's better than nothing. but I'm trying to keep it alive for my ancestors. That 3%'s all I need to claim. I claim every last one of those percent. Those are the only ones that are, going extinct that I need to. All three of those matter. Let's go. All right, but after Taino, after the indigenous Haiti and Dominican Republic, Northern Italy, back to Europe. That's really interesting. I got my boy G, who's Italian. I'm gonna call him up. I'm gonna send him this video and be like, hey man, when we going to Italy? Bella ragazza. Let's go, man. Okay. After Northern Italy, back to Africa, Ivory Coast and Ghana. And that would be at 2%. All right, so far that's 23% for Africa. And then right after Ivory Coast and Ghana, Nigeria. Time to call up my Nigerian boys. I got a couple straight from over there, and we going back to the motherland. I'm sending you guys these videos. We going back. We having a little vacation. Shakara, Owibu. Hey, what's good? Let's do it. All right, so damn, that's it. I'm a quarter African. That's 25% African. I'm a quarter Western African. That's a lot. That's more than what I thought I'd be. I thought I'd be around 20%, but having that extra 5% to say a quarter, that's pretty much significant. In terms of how genealogists interpret it, that's the equivalent of having a grandparent that's 100% African. So next up is Germanic Europe. Okay, I did not expect that in a million years, but that is really cool, and I'm gonna have to go visit now. It's just really cool to know that, That's insane. I did not expect that in a million years. I mean, it's not significant in terms of the country, but in terms of my entire European influence, which so far that adds it up to a 20%. So yeah, so far, quarter African, half Indian, 1/5 European. So that's insane. And here's the last one, European Jewish. I have always loved to say L'chaim, okay? I seriously love to say that word. Like, this right here makes all the sense in the world. I'm Jewish. Jewish friends I got? We family now. If you're watching this video, we're family. When's the next cookout? Let's go. No, but damn, that is pretty good. That is pretty significant. Like, the total tallies come up to 51% Asian, 3% Native American, 25% African, and 21% European. And that's pretty close to what I thought it was. I could have taken a little bit more Native American. I would have gladly sacrificed any of the other three just to try to keep it alive a bit. Because, the Tainos are the ones that are going extinct, but not all these other nations or backgrounds. So I definitely recommend this. This has just fueled me to continue to learn all of the languages that I'm studying. I'll probably post some videos about that. Definitely traveling to every single one of these countries. I don't care what anybody says. No one's getting in my way. If you like this video, please like, please subscribe. And yeah, I mean, let me know what you think in the comments. I definitely recommend you get one as well. Peace out, y'all. You know what's really weird though? They only linked me to Dominican communities, not an Indian one. Is that because of lack of information or because my grandfather had like 40-something kids? Whatever. L'chaim. Boa noite.